Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Billups, and it's time for the weekly Pop Culture Wrap-Up. That's right, everybody. Thanks for checking out the video. I am Rockin Robbie Billups. This is the weekly Pop Culture Wrap-Up. It's the show where I go over the week's pop culture news, mostly comic books and movies. Let's get right into it. Riddler Year One has been announced for October of this year from DC Black Label. This project is going to be written by Paul Dano with artwork by Stefan Subic. Not familiar with the artist, but who is Paul Dano? Paul Dano, of course, is the actor who portrayed the Riddler in the most recent Batman film, to a lot of acclaim from the majority of the audience. My only thing is Paul Dano a comic book writer? Surely there were plenty of other comic book writers that would be able to deliver on this project, a darker, twisted origin for the Riddler. But you gotta get Paul Dano in because a lot of people love his performance as the Riddler, and he's got that name recognition right now. And I'm sure that DC is hoping for some kind of crossover success. The timing, though, with this being released in October instead of right now, it's gonna throw that whole thing off, right? Now, usually, and there are some exceptions, for instance, Keanu Reeves on Berserker, but usually when you get a Hollywood name attached to a comic book project, it doesn't really turn out for the best. That being said, I will be interested to see what Paul Dano will bring to this book and what the art will be like and what the finished product will be like. We'll definitely talk about it when the time comes. New Think is a new book from AWA Upshot, a 5-issue anthology series debuting in June. From writer Greg Hurwitz, with the first issue artwork being provided by Mike Deodato Jr. Each issue is going to have a different artist. This is being described as a Black Mirror-esque technological-based anthology, weird, hard sci-fi type thing. I have seen a little bit of Black Mirror, just enough though to know the kind of tone and what they're going for. So if that sounds like it's your bag, you might want to check this one out. We got A Calculated Man from Aftershock Comics in June, and this one's by Paul Tobin and Alberto Albuquerque, and this one is about a mafia accountant who crunches some numbers one day and realizes that his life's in danger and he's got to get out while he can, and he turns informant for the FBI. That's kind of the basic premise, but I'm sure it'll be interesting, I should say, to see how they make that a little bit more exhilarating, because based on just the concept alone, it's not really hyping me up. Astronaut Down, though, is another one from Aftershock Comics by James Patrick and Rubine on the artwork. This one seems really cool because it's about an Earth is at the verge of extinction, so they have to send a brave astronaut to the final frontier. But we're not just talking about outer space, we're talking about alternate realities. So this is about the first astronaut to crack alternate realities, looking for an answer to mankind's extinction, and it's based on the cover. I'm really excited for this one. Then we got Where Starships Go to Die, also from Aftershock Comics, and this is by Mark Sable and Alberto Locati, and this one is about this place in the ocean furthest away from any other landmass, and that's where this civilization of humanity, this version, has sent all their interstellar ships to just die. It's like the ship graveyard, right? Like that's where they land, in this point in the ocean where they won't cause any kind of catastrophe or anything like that. And this is about people having to go to that to find the first interstellar space vessel that was buried here in this ship graveyard and excavate something from it. I don't know. That sounds like a cool concept. Sounds like it could go into something interesting. Agent of W.O.R.L.D.E is a new one from Scout Comics in June. I'm going to be talking about this one because it's written by Dennis Camp with artwork by Philia Braduchkin. Probably butchered that name. Super sorry. Dennis Camp, homie of mine, friend of this show, writer of Maxwell's Demons. We had him on the channel last year. He was talking about his new book, The Chaos Agent. That's what this book is. So it has gone through a significant delay, but now it is back. It is on schedule. It is Agent of W.O.R.L.D.E. I have gotten a look at the first 2 issues of this series, and I'm going to tell y'all this. You get crazy, kooky, wild sci-fi concepts from Dennis Camp, but amazing, detailed, textured, just absolutely jaw-dropping artwork from the artist. You are not going to want to miss out on this if you like those really hard, crazy, cool sci-fi concepts with really intricate, meticulous, and different, unique artwork. I absolutely love this book. Dennis Camp's got a lot of cool stuff coming out this year. This is one of them. The other one is his Bloodshot book, so I'm really excited. I hear he'll be coming on the show at some point this year to chat with us about it. So they did release that Batman deleted scene starring Barry Keoghan as the Joker. Now, this is the cat who played, to me, one of the more interesting characters in the Eternals movie, and they didn't really do enough justice with that character. What was it, Druig or something like that? So he was the Joker in the Batman movie. If you've seen that movie, you see him in there a little bit at the end, but this is a full-on like interrogation, Hannibal Lecter, Manhunter, Silence of the Lambs type scene where Batman comes and shows the case file to the Joker to kind of get his perspective. It's an interesting take on the Joker. I understand why they kept it out of the movie, probably because they didn't want to commit to a certain look for the Joker, but I thought it was interesting. Some of the tidbits you can pick up of the dialogue were interesting at this past that the Joker and Riddler have in this world of the Batman, but sometimes it was hard to decipher it because it was hard to actually hear what the hell Keoghan was saying, and most annoyingly to me was the fact that he was never in focus, but I understand the reasoning for that. So all in all, I thought the scene was interesting. I think Barry Keoghan could do a really good job as the Joker in the long run, and I like the idea of alluding to a history and having the Joker just kind of be in a little bit here, a little bit there, so then maybe movie 3 or movie 4, you want to do a big epic finale, Joker's out, and we get that vibe we get in the comics when they don't use him for a while, and then all of a sudden there's a badass Joker story on the horizon. That could be really cool. There is a Nova series or film on the way, possibly from the Moon Knight writer. So I'm super pumped for Moon Knight on Disney+. It debuts this upcoming Wednesday. You know we're going to be talking Moonlight by the Moonlight on Rockin Robbie Lives from the Sunday afterwards ongoing. And Nova. So Nova, whether it's Richard Rider, whether it's Sam Alexander, this is a character that has been teased a little bit in the MCU with the Nova Corps, but not those characters. So it'd be interesting to see what they could do with Nova in the MCU. And then Men. Men was the new trailer from the Alex Garland film, A24. I saw the first teaser. Didn't do anything for me because it didn't show anything, right? This one is more of a trailer about what this movie is. It's about this woman whose companion has apparently committed suicide. She is off now. She's renting or buying this like country estate to just kind of, I guess, chill out, recoup, whatever, something like that. And every dude in this town is played by the same dude, so they all have the same face, and there's this weird unsettling tension that's building up in the trailer, so I thought it looked interesting. I'm excited to check that one out, so that's what I thought about that. So that's what we got for you this week. What's coming up here at PCP? Well, there will be no Dylan's Horror Show, in fact, tonight. No Midsummer Review tonight, Dylan's Horror Show. That's been pushed to next week, so I guess April Fool's March Madness ends in April. That's weird how that worked out. Anyway, Rockin Robbie Live on Sunday night, PCP Movie Night, March Madness, April Fool's on Monday night at 8 p.m. Central Time. Anyway, that's what we got going on. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment on anything you think about any of this news that we talked about today. We appreciate everything. Join us over at patreon.com/PCP if you want to help support the channel and station. We love you. Keep on reading. Keep on rocking. I've been Rockin Robbie Billups. Pop, pop. Boom.